Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to be filming an unboxing video for you. Just before Christmas I was contacted by this company called A Box of Stories, who basically asked whether I wanted to receive one of their subscription boxes as a one-off in order to feature on my channel and share with you guys in case you're interested. I'd actually heard a little bit about the company before, so when they contacted me I immediately said yes because I absolutely love what they're about, and so I'll tell you guys a little bit about what they're about. A Box of Stories uses reader recommendations to scan through hundreds of thousands of books in order to find ones to essentially save. So if you guys didn't know, millions of books go out of print every single year. I always thought the figure was really high, but I never knew that it was as high as it is. Box of Stories actually estimates that it's around 77 million, which is just an extraordinary number, and honestly super sad if you think about all the stories that are disappearing. So if you decide to sign up to this subscription service, what makes them unique is that they'll present 4 books to you per month or per whatever. I'll go into more detail about that, but like whatever you set it up to receive. Per box, they'll send you 4 books. Each of those 4 books are books that would have otherwise got lost and have been saved by the company and are now given like a new lease of life, if you like. And as they're personally selected by the team and through reader recommendations, they're obviously going to be good titles and books that should be really interesting. I'm so excited to see what I've got. Just before we get into the unboxing, I'd like to tell you guys that I was very kindly given a referral link for you guys to use if you would like to get £4 off your subscription. So I'll put the link on the screen, but obviously it'll be easier if you guys just look down into the description box where I'll list a bunch of details and also put in writing what I've been trying to tell you guys, so everything's really clear. And you can just follow through this link and it'll give you a code, then get taken through to the website, and then you can just check out on the website, and I'll also put my referral code in and you get £4 off. You can actually choose between 6 different boxes that A Box of Stories offers, and you can also change between each box if you decide like one month you would prefer to do a different kind of genre of book from another. So I've just got my laptop here because I'm going to run through the 6 different boxes that they offer. So first they've got a fiction box, they've got a crime, mystery and thriller box, they've got a historical fiction box, a mixed box which will just have like a bunch of titles all brought together. They have a light reads box if you're perhaps like not as far into reading but you decide this is something that you want to do in the new year. And they also have a young adult box, which I'm sure tons of you guys will be interested in as well. What's really cool also is that you can cancel the subscription anytime you would like to, and you can decide how often you want to receive a box. So I know that getting 4 books per month is a lot if you're not a massive reader, or even if this isn't all the books you want to be reading, like 4 is a lot. I'm sure you're going to build up your collection pretty quickly if you are taking it per month. So what you can instead do is you can sign up to receive a box once every 1 month, every 2 months, every 3 months, or every 4 months. So you can do this kind of like quarterly throughout the year, which is good if you just want to give yourself like a little treat and make it feel like Christmas happens multiple times per year. Also, within every 3rd box there is a surprise gift, which is really exciting, so it like switches things up a little bit. So without further ado, we're going to get into the unboxing because I'm sure like that's what you guys care about. So this is the box I have here. It's just a plain cardboard box, and I've been sent the fiction box to unbox to you guys. Oh my gosh, how many times can I say box? Take a shot. Don't though. So we're gonna take the lid off the box. Oh my gosh. So first of all, this is what I'm seeing. Like there's already books on top, and we've got a hardcover, which makes me so excited. I'm in a kind of like dilemma as to whether I prefer hardcovers or paperbacks at the moment. I feel like reading a paperback is so nice, but there's nothing like receiving a brand new hardcover. So oh my gosh, how should I do this? First of all, we have a little leaflet here, and it says, "Congratulations, you've uncovered 4 hidden gems. Your box gives you access to our private group of book readers." That is super cool. So I assume that you can discuss the books that you've received with a bunch of other readers. I will definitely be looking into that one. And then we've got a bunch more of the information that I was telling you guys about. So it says swapped between different boxes at different times. You can pause as many times as you want. You can choose how frequently you receive the boxes, and you can also get the surprise gift with the 3rd box, like I was saying already. I'm very excited about this. I'm definitely gonna check it out, that Facebook group. But first of all, let's get into the boxes. Let's get into the books. Not box. Yeah, so it seems like we've got the 4 books here. We've got 3 paperbacks and 1 hardcover. Let's just go with hardcover. I'm just like too excited about it, you know. So the hardcover is, first of all, look at this cover. I'm actually obsessed. I just want to take a picture of the books around like immediately. Probably will throughout the video. Okay, so this is A Long Way From Home by Peter Carey, and it says that the author was twice winner of the Booker Prize, which is awesome, because like imagine if this book just disappeared. Like, no, it's probably amazing if it's by a Booker Prize author. I'd also like to read more books and authors of Booker Prize winners. This is a good start in that direction. Like, praise the author on the back. Says, "Carey is an extraordinarily clever, able writer. He's one of the writers, personally speaking, that I feel most pleased to be alive at the same time as being alive at the time Dickens was writing." That is really high praise. This is so exciting, honestly. This is beautiful. It's a lovely red under the dust jacket. So I think, because I don't know anything about this, I'm gonna read through the synopsis really quickly. Irene Bobbs loves fast driving. Her husband is the best car salesman in rural southeastern Australia. Makes me so excited this is set in Australia. I'll go into that in a sec. Oh my gosh. I'll go into why in a second. Together with Willie, their lanky navigator, they embark upon the Red X trial, a brutal race around the continent over roads no car will ever quite survive. A Long Way From Home, in Peter Carey's late-style masterpiece, a thrilling high-speed story that starts in one way that takes you to another place altogether. Set in the 1950s and painting a picture of the age of the empire, of kings and queens and their subjects, black and white, this brilliantly vivid novel illustrates the strands of an ancient culture spiraling through history and the love made and hurt caused along the way. This sounds amazing. I was born in Australia. I'm 100% Australian. All my family still live there, like outside my immediate family. So I would really love to read more Australian fiction. So that's seemingly what this is like. I don't know. Is the author Australian? Or is he just writing about Australia? He is Australian, but he lives in New York. So that's super exciting. I've definitely been looking out for books written by Australians / like set in Australia. And then also it's set in the 50s, which is just a period of time that I'm obsessed with. And you can definitely tell that from this kind of like card that they've got on the cover. So this is the first book. So far, super good. I'm really, really hyped about this. And it's definitely like a different genre for me, but I think it sounds amazing. Yes, very excited. Next up, we have The Last Act by Brad Parks. So like I said, this is the paperback. Parks conjures meth, murder, and musical theatre into a remarkable turn of crime fiction magic. Wow. A struggling actor takes on the role of his life in Brad Parks' latest page-turning thriller. So we've got thriller here. Former Broadway star Tommy Jump isn't getting the roles he once did. As his final run as Sancho Panza draws to a close, Tommy is preparing to give up on stage, find a steady paycheck, and settle down with his fiancée, Q Special Agent Danny Ruiz of the FBI. Sorry about my pronunciation, by the way. An old school friend, Ruiz makes Tommy an offer that proves too tempting to refuse. All Tommy has to do is to spend 6 months in prison acting as a failed bank robber, Pete Goodrich, and befriend Mitchell Dupree, the man the FBI believe has a secret cache of documents which would take down the Mexican drug cartel. Oh my gosh, this sounds crazy. If Tommy can get Dupree to reveal where the documents are hidden, the FBI will give him $300,000, more than enough to jumpstart a new life. But when the stakes are this high, who can Tommy trust, and does he have what it takes to get away with this audacious last act? That is so cool. I also love this big paperback. It's floppy as well, which we all love. But yeah, I actually saw this like tweet, or was it a TikTok or something the other day, that was talking about, like, it was a joke, but it was like talking about how like if you rob a bank, then you only go to prison for like a few years and then you end up with the money. It was like obviously a joke because that doesn't work out. That's not logical. Yeah, this is kind of takes that idea to the extreme. If you just do like a light crime, if the reward will be higher when you leave prison. I hope that makes any sense. Honestly, it sounds like I'm encouraging crime. I'm really not. Yeah, so this looks really cool and I love the concept of it. I actually am very intrigued by thrillers. I definitely am interested in reading more of them. Maybe I'll insert the TikTok here so you guys can actually understand what I'm talking about if I can try and find it, because that was a little bit, you know, I feel like I've given off the wrong vibe there. Okay, so next we have another little paperback. This is called The Expatriates by Janice Y.K. Lee, and this is what it looks like. It's another beautiful cover. It's like peony or something. It's on the top here at the back. Yeah, this looks beautiful. It's a lovely matte cover as well. Exciting. Okay, brilliantly plotted and written, utterly absorbing, often heartbreaking. This is the Daily Mail. We love to cry on this channel, so this sounds right up my alley already. Mercy, a young Korean American and recent Columbia graduate, is adrift, undone by a terrible incident in her recent past. Hillary, a wealthy housewife, is haunted by her struggle to have a child, something she believes could save her foundering marriage. Meanwhile, Margaret, once a happily married mother of 3, questions her maternal identity in the wake of a shattering loss. As each woman struggles with her own demons, their lives collide in ways that have irreversible consequences for them all. Wow. Atmospheric, moving, and utterly compelling, Lee explores with devastating poignancy the emotions, identities, and relationships of 3 very different American women living in the same small expat community in Hong Kong. Sign me up. This sounds so good. I actually want to read this like immediately. I love how all the women are from different backgrounds. I love how it's 3 women, first of all. That's really cool. And I also love how it's set in Hong Kong and that none of the characters, it seems like, are from Hong Kong. No, because they're living in an expat community. And also it's emotional, so it's like already got me hooked. Yeah, really excited for this one as well. So shout out to A Box of Stories. This amazing selection of picks already. This is book 3 and this is my first box. I'm just already obsessed. Okay, so then we've got a bit of paper to protect the books, and we've got the last book, which looks like another thriller of sorts, and it's also another floppy paperback. Okay, so this is The Last Place You Look by Kristen Lepionka. Utterly superb. Can't remember when I last read such an expertly written and perfectly constructed book. Pure reading pleasure. Which is by Sophie Hannah, who's a big crime author, or yeah, I guess crime, like mystery author. What really happened to Sarah Cook? Crazy. Okay, so we've got a little description in the box. The box? The box. The book. What really happened to Sarah Cook? Sarah Cook, a beautiful blonde teenager, disappeared 15 years ago, the same night her parents were brutally murdered in their suburban Ohio home. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. Her boyfriend, Brad Stockton, blackened from the wrong side of the tracks, was convicted of the murders and sits on death row, though he always maintained his innocence. With his execution only weeks away, his devoted sister, insisting she has spotted Sarah at a local gas station, hires PI Roxanne Weary to take another look at this cold case. Reeling from the recent death of her cop father, Roxanne finds herself drawn to the story of Sarah's vanishing act, especially when she suspects a link between Sarah's disappearance and one of her father's unsolved murder cases. Despite her self-destructive tendencies, Roxanne starts to hope that she can save Brad's life on her own. Wow, I was already getting like pulled into that story. It made me really emotional just like reading that. This sounds really, really good. Definitely one that I feel like will capture me. If the blurb's already doing it like that, I feel like the actual story will really hook me in. And I also love, again, how we're following a bunch of different people and how they're all kind of linked together. So yeah, that is the final book. The box is now empty, and these are all the books that I received. So yeah, I'm actually really interested in all of them because we've got 2 thrillers, which I'm always on the lookout for more thrillers. We've got this amazing hardcover set in Australia in the 1950s, and then we've got this awesome one, The Expatriates, which is about an expat community in Hong Kong, which I'm just already in love with. So yeah, thank you so much to A Box of Stories for this. This was awesome. Definitely check out the referral code in the description box, or just like have a look at their website if you guys are curious about the company, because I think what they're doing is really cool. I think also like nowadays there's so many subscription boxes you can choose from, it can kind of seem a bit overwhelming, but this definitely seems like a really cool, unique one that is worth giving a go, even if you guys want to just try it out for a month and see what you think, and then you can always cancel your subscription if you're not a fan. But yeah, I'm a fan. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'd love to have you guys here on my channel. Please make sure to check out the description box for all the information, and I'll see you guys next week for another one. Bye.
Is that enough?